Hey guys, how it going? This is ZR Spark. We are back here in Elite Dangerous on another shipbuilding guide. Today I am here in a Krait Mark II, and my AX Krait Mark II, that is. I'm going to be having two versions of it. I still think my original version I uploaded is fine, though I think I would probably change it up a hair, but it works. But this is my new version that I find to be a lot better, and I've had a lot of success with. And been able to stay in battles longer and basically just kind of tank a little bit better. Though it does kind of have some flaws, but at the same time I still think it is probably the best of the Krait setups that I've brewed up, and I'm hoping eventually maybe I'll do other ships, but for now we are covering this one. The reason the Krait Mark II is a very popular AX ship. You can ask any decent AX pilot, or any AX pilot for really that matter, and they'll probably say the Krait is hands down the best AX ship. It has the best firepower, it has the best armor, agility, and whatnot for the endurance that you have to go through. What's nice is AX fighting is pretty simple, or at least building a ship is pretty simple in comparison to building a PvP ship. They both do require engineering and a little bit of a different setup on trying to get the weapons, but overall it's not too bad. You will need Guardian tech, at least Guardian weapons, in order to actually make yourself useful against basically killing Thargoids, because Thargoids take a certain weapon type that actually do significant damage to them, and they're also unique in each of their own ways. The more popular ones are the shard cannons and the gauze cannons. The other one that's basically an APA or a plasma accelerator is not as popular because it's just super hot. But I do gotta say though that these AX weapons are very, very cool looking and very unique in my opinion. I love the way they look, and they also sound really cool. But anyways, for the hard points on this Krait, I am using 3 Sea Guardian shard cannons, which are the large ones. These are fixed. I think you can get them in gimbaled, or at least turreted, but I could be wrong. I don't remember what the size classifications are, but you would probably want the fixed because it takes the least amount of power and it does the most damage, if I'm correct. You can also just use gauze cannons if you really want in all the hard points. It's really up to you, though I still find the shard cannons to be better in my opinion. But that is just me. And then for the medium, I have a 2B Guardian gauze cannon. Basically, this is kind of like a railgun. I find them just slightly slower than railguns. I don't know why. They throw the timing off of my shots a little bit, but yeah. Sadly, none of these weapons can be engineered as far as the Guardian weapons are concerned. For the other medium, I have a 2E pulse laser with long range 5 with concordant sequence to heal my allies with biweaves. Biweaves are very popular in AX because they are fast recharging and you want to try to get your shields up as fast as possible in this kind of combat. Basically, you're kind of hull tanking to a degree. But you can put a flak launcher on if you want to deal with the swarm, or put one on here and still keep the pulse. It's kind of up to you guys. Or you can change it up to however you want to. For the utility mounts, I have a OF shield shutdown field neutralizer. These things are very handy in case when the Thargoid or Cyclops gets aggroed, you can charge it up and protect yourself and your surrounding allies up to 3,000 meters, which is really nice, and it keeps you in the battle without getting stunned and drifting through space. I also would recommend a heat sink launcher if your ship gets too hot, or if you need to get out of the fight. Thargoids actually are basically heat seekers. They basically target you due to heat, and that's how they basically keep you tracked at all time. For the other two, I have shield boosters, and what's kind of cool about AX fighting is that resistances do not matter. None at all. So basically, just stacking megajoules and hull is really what matters. So, and you'll see what I mean by that in a minute. So basically, you want to run 2 OA shield boosters with heavy duty 5 with super capacitors, which will give you a nice amount of health, almost 1,000 on a bi-weave. And yeah, I find this very cool. I find it very alleviating to a degree. It makes it nice because it keeps it very simple for new people, and it kind of doesn't make any sense, but at the same time it kind of does, so whatever. For the core internals, I have military grade composite. So why you want to use military composite is because it basically has the same amount of total hull as reactive and mirrored, but not near the price. But it still has the same amount of hull that you would get from just heavy duty armor 5 deep plating. And you don't have to worry about resistances because, as I said, Thargoids don't use resistance, they use absolute. So having the most amount of hull is best. For the power plant on mine, I have armored 5 with double braced. I probably would switch that to stripped down, though you might want to make sure your power plant does not get knocked by the Thargoid, but that is just me. For the thrusters, I have dirty drive tuning 5 with drag drives to keep this ship speedy, though it is a little chunky. I have a 5A frame shift drive. You can have this to really whatever you want, but I have it shielded FSD with mass manager basically to give me a little bit of jump range, and also to make sure it doesn't get knocked out whenever the Thargoids are shooting me. I got a 4A life support in case my canopy gets breached or they knock out the life support, which may happen. I've had it happen before, so it's better just to have it just in case. I got a 7A power distributor with charge enhanced 5 with superconductance, basically the standard array, and then a 6A sensor to with long range 4 basically to keep an eye on the fights from a distance in case you either get drifted away or you need to break off, or in ZZs where you need to basically split up, but you can kind of find the other target relatively easily. I also run a 4C fuel tank to save on a little bit of weight. It's up to you guys if you want to do that, but that is just me. As far as the optional internals, so I kind of took a method I saw from some big ships like cutters doing AX fighting, and I was like, I wonder if I can put shield cell banks on this and make it work. So I actually run 2 6A shield cell banks with specialized cell 3 banks and flow control because I needed to save on a little bit of power, though I might go and change that eventually, but we shall see. But for now, basically why I went with specialized 3 is they only care about megajoule stack and they're not going to feed back the shield cell banks or anything, though the spin up time might get you in case you do get lightning, but very rarely, so just kind of be prepared. You can run both of them at the same time and you might be able to change the flow control. I don't think I have a full armored 5 power plant on, so it's up to you guys. I basically kind of like this setup personally, but I do have 2 6A shield cell banks. That's basically an extra 2,000 megajoules a piece right there, so 4,000 megajoules right there in those 2 banks. Plus the 1,000 megajoules you're going to get from this 5C, which I do have reinforced 5 with fast charge. The reason why I have that is because just more megajoules, your shields will still recharge fairly fast. Not as fast as what thermal resistance would do, but that's just because you have a lot more megajoules, and sadly reinforced kind of impacts the regen and broken regen rate a little bit, but it's fine. Also, what's nice is it still makes being hit with concordant sequence very nice. You basically still recharge super fast. And that is a 5C bi-weave, by the way. I have a 5D hull reinforcement with heavy duty deep plating 5 with deep plating, yep. And then I have a 4D hull reinforcement with heavy duty hull reinforcement 5 with deep plating. And yeah, and then I have 2 3Ds, basically the same thing as well. Heavy duty 5 deep plating. They only care about hull integrity, and basically the absolute on mega jewels and hull health. Resistances do not matter for Thargoid fighting. I also do have 2 Guardian Shield reinforcement packages to get the shields up a little bit. As I said, guys, you will need Guardian Tech in order to properly use this ship, and also to properly AX fight. It is necessary, sadly. But, that is just me. But yes. Overall, I have been very happy with my AX Krait. It has served me well. I've been able to gib with it. I've been able to ZZ fight with it. I've been able to fight Thargoids off. Overall, it has been amazing, and I cannot recommend a better ship. But hopefully you guys found this video helpful and interesting. And please tell me down below what you thought of my ship build, and what kind of ship are you using for AX fight. I'm always very curious of what the community is using to AX fight. I see a lot of crates, so I'm kind of curious of how others people set up their crates as well. And until then, guys, I'll catch you on the next one. See y'all.